Buckle up, folks, because I've got good news and I've got bad news. What's interesting is they both are the same piece of information. Crazy, right? Okay, here it is. TikTok will be completely out of the United States of America January 23rd, 2026. That's right. We're just over a month away from TikTok shutting down its US operations. It's coming that quick. Okay, now it's not being talked about a lot. And I think there's a couple of reasons why it's not being talked about. I'll get into that a little bit later on in this video. But the main thing is to discuss how we really got here and why January 23rd is the deadline. Okay. First off, we all know that TikTok did shut down earlier here in 2025. We all know that's already happened, right? It didn't shut down for very long, but it did shut down. Couple things to point out. I'm still getting about the same amount of views on my RV TikTok channel, but the ad revenue payout has been significantly less than what it was in 2024 and 23. Now, a lot of creators are not talking about that because a lot of creators make a lot of their money on TikTok through TikTok Shop. But I have noticed a severe decrease in ad revenue from my videos, and I'm actually getting more views than I did last year. I actually broke last year's views record, or I should say last year's views, I broke it in October. So I've gotten more than 40% more views, yet I've been paid 80% less in ad revenue. Okay, so that was a sign of things are not going very good. Okay, now Trump has extended the deadline several times. The last extension expired December 15th. Okay, now at time recording, it's December 17th, 2025. So we're 2 days past that, and he hasn't re-signed anything. The reason why is because in the extension, there actually was a little bit of an order that allowed the government to extend it out to January 23rd. Okay, so pardon me, I was a little wrong. January 24th, 2026 is when it'll officially be over, but 23rd is the deadline. Now, why is that important? Well, I don't think Congress is going to allow Trump to extend it again. And we are nowhere near a sale to Oracle. We are nowhere near a sale of TikTok USA by the Chinese government. Nowhere even close. If you actually go through foreign media centers that are outside of the US, outside of Canada, and outside of Europe, you will find that the government of China has not signed off at all on any deal to sell any part of TikTok whatsoever. Period. And there's no way that's going to change by the 23rd. This is a complicated deal. There's no way that you could sell TikTok in a day, in a week, in a month, in 6 weeks. It's not possible to divestify and actually move everything around and have all the servers redone by Oracle and do all that work to transfer everything over, to rebuild the new app, to do all that stuff would take at least a year to year and a half to do. And there's no deal in place to even start that process. Now, notice this. Trump said back in September a deal has been put in place. But the Chinese government has made it very clear they will not sell TikTok. Period. They won't. You can go on their version of TikTok, which I think is called Redbox. I can't remember. But you can go on there and you could see that even the Chinese government has announced to their own people they're not going to sell TikTok. That what Trump had said is not true. Now, while Trump might be having discussions with China, those discussions have gone nowhere. But there's also been a lot of distractions. Government shutdowns, blowing up of Venezuelan boats, they have drugs on them, whatever that chaos is. You got holiday shopping down. You've got unemployment going up. I mean, there's a lot of other things going on besides TikTok. And it feels like TikTok was put in the back burner. Now, the reality is, here's the reality. The reality is no one's talking about it because there's no fear that it might get turned off. It's true. There is a handful of creators that are talking about it. One of them is a lady who covers a lot of news stories. She like busts her ass. She does a really great job. I forget her name, blonde lady. She does a great job. She's covered it, but she's about the only person who has covered it. You Google everything and nobody's talking about it. CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, nobody's talking about it. Because there's no deal in place. And if Congress doesn't change the law in the next 6 weeks, TikTok's gone. It's out. I've already started downloading my old videos. It's a fact of life. Trump more than likely is not going to be able to extend it again because there's no evidence of a sale. There's no evidence of the Chinese government saying, yeah, we'd be willing to negotiate a deal if you lower our tariffs or if you lower this or if you do that. There's no negotiations. None. It's two governments that are lying about what's going on. We don't know who's really telling the truth. What we do know is TikTok will be gone. Now, my thoughts about it are both positive and negative. The bad news is I like TikTok because it reaches a lot of people and it's a real good advertising space for my stuff. It's a really good place to edit videos for free. It is such an amazing tool. And I've used it for years and I love it. The good news is maybe we'll get less and less of that fake bullcrap content that goes viral over. So can you tell me where you're drunk at a bar? Are you really going to talk to me on camera right now without me paying you? Because I'm going to ask about your body count and what your favorite position is and what your greatest fantasy is and all that stuff. And I'm putting my camera in your face like it's Girls Gone Wild. But I'm not paying you, right? Even though like a cameraman in person watched me give you $5,000 to do this video, you're still not going to do it, or you didn't get paid, right? I mean, maybe we'll get less of that. Maybe we'll get more originality and less about all the bull crap about one little tiny city in all the United States called Miami, Florida. So that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you think in the comments section.